video 3 on the air conditioning on this Prius that has a leaky evaporator. And to recap for the people who didn't see the other 2 videos before this, go back and look at them. I have my sticker with the date when I first came in and did it, and the second time I went in it. It has UV dye in it from back in that first time. I notated that I predicted it was going to be the evaporator, could not prove it. In the second video, I used a leak detector with the parts per million counter on it, and you can clearly see how fast the refrigerant was coming out of the dash. Oh, I got the air blowing, so you ain't gonna pick up nothing right now because it's diluted with air. So in this experiment, we were just talking in the last video about the combination switch and its low pressure and high pressure capabilities, how it's supposed to protect the compressor from running without refrigerant. Because if you don't have enough refrigerant, and that the word is enough, that means full actually, enough refrigerant to bring a cold stream of refrigerant to cool off the high voltage, high amperage windings that get hot like an electric heater, just like your toaster oven gets red hot. If you didn't deliver cool refrigerant back to them and you had no cooling source for them, those windings would get red hot and just melt. And oil delivery doesn't come back. So here we are. From video number 2, I put in some refrigerant and there was only enough to bring it up to 26 psi. So 26 psi is not enough to close the contacts in this switch. It's somewhere around 42, 44, something like that. You would have to look up the specs. Different manufacturers are within that range. So let's find out what happens if I add a little bit more. So make sure I'm open down here. Okay, I'm open. Now I'm just going to bleed in a little bit of refrigerant in, just enough to bring the high side up to where we hear the compressor kick on. So let's put a little bit there. We're waiting for this to get up to the kick on point. Okay, wait a minute, let's wait for that noise to go away. Okay, that went away. Let's try again. A little squirt. There we go. 42 psi and the compressor just kicked on. So you've seen that, hopefully the video caught it. It hit 42 psi and immediately the compressor kicked on. Now you can hear the compressor and you can see the compressors on. Hey, what happened about if you don't have enough refrigerant and there's only vapor? There is no liquid refrigerant at ambient temperature inside this AC system. There's no oil barely coming back to the compressor. There's no cooling coming back to the compressor. The compressor is just whining and spinning away. This is how you kill your compressors. We're -4. Hey, but it's low pressure, -4. Why isn't it shutting off? Because remember I told you it would transfer all the refrigerant from the low side and then push it into the high side and bring the temperature up, or pressure up. So the pressure is now above permanently all the time the closing and opening point of the switch. The switch is closed and it'll stay closed in contact, telling the system to stay on until it burns out a compressor. Isn't that great? For those guys who read Toyota bulletins and say it has a switch that's going to protect your compressor is a bunch of bullshit. All right, so we got that happening. So I know the compressor is working. It's producing a high side, it's producing a low side. We know we have flow because we can look at the glass. See right there? So you can see the oil is being pushed around by vapor refrigerant. There's no liquid refrigerant in there. That is just oil being pushed by vapor. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. I think that's good enough for today. See you. Bye.